What's up, design family, and welcome back to another episode of Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you back on the channel. On today's episode, we have part 2 of our Setting the Perfect Tone for Your Fashion Brand series. Before we get started, if you guys are not subscribed, please consider doing so. We put out great content every Wednesday and Sunday and have done so consistently for the last 2 years. Also, if you guys don't have notifications turned on, please make sure to do so that you never miss an upload. Like I mentioned in the last episode, designing and delivering a unique product that feels authentic to your brand is only half the battle. The other half involves how you market and how you present said product. Maintaining this consistent attitude and tonality towards your products and your brand is imperative towards building a brand long term. Whether you're using written, visual, or even auditory medias, creating a tonality that is on brand and is consistent is going to be the other half of the battle. This can be a way that the same customer can view the same product in two different lights depending on how that tone is set and how that product is portrayed. So that is why it is beyond imperative that you speak about your products in a way that completely aligns with your brand vision and direction. Hey guys, and welcome to Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you here. On this channel, we discuss all things sports fashion, graphic design, manufacturing, and technology. We'll discuss key topics, answer pressing questions, and provide actionable steps on starting your own product line. If you're interested in any of the above topics, stick around. You're in for a good one. On the last episode, we evaluated the 4 key styles of fashion, covering the historical, the contemporary, the casual, and lastly, the luxury. On today's episode, we have part 2 with 4 further key styles that I think you guys will definitely find useful. And again, we're going to outline how to set the right tone and give specific examples of phrases and words that you should be using to help your brand stay on track when it comes to that tone and tonality. Number 1 is minimal or minimalism. This is all about conveying simplicity and straightforwardness in your brand. There is a real challenge in getting minimalism right, and the style can actually be extremely liberating for most. That's why when you describe your brand, it's important to push this aesthetic as refreshingly simple and straightforward. To do this, you could definitely try using words like simple, straightforward, unadorned, understated, restrained, and even moderate in some cases. Number 2 is sustainable. This tone is all about showing a consciousness for the earth that we all inhabit. Being sustainable is about the greater collective at the end of the day, and sustainable fashion should always push to preserve, prolong, and even sustain. When taking a sustainable approach, you can definitely try using words like eco-friendly, recycled, or upcycled, depending on the context, natural, viable, and in some occasions, biodegradable. Number 3 is going to be functional. For the functional, you need to push the practicality of your garments. Being functional at the end of the day is all about being usable. So it's quite important to convey to your audience specifically how they will be able to use your garments on a day-to-day basis and contextualize it into specific scenarios. So for this, some great words that you should definitely try using are going to be things like practical, breathable, sweat wicking, anti-odor, performant, and even try constructing phrases together like keeps you dry, comfortable, and able to move freely, etc. Number 4, and last but definitely not least, is going to be affordable. Here, similar to the casual, this tone needs to push a familiarity and a sense of approachability. It's important to make the distinction between affordable and cheap. The idea here is that you're not actually sacrificing quality for the sake of price. Rather, you're simply providing the customer with the best possible option at their given price point and budget. It's all about creating this harmony, and some ways in which you can create this harmony between price and value are going to be by using words like budget-friendly, low cost per wear, approachable, bargain, and even appropriately priced. Well, that is pretty much it, guys. By now, you should have a much better understanding of the specific words to use and the context to use these words to set a specific tone for your fashion brand. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider smashing a thumbs up. It really does help us out, and it allows more people to see these episodes, which is a win-win for us. If you guys enjoyed this episode, also consider subscribing. We put out great content on a week-to-week basis, and we don't want you to miss out. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next week's episode, stay awesome.